What's up, guys? It's Fat House coming at you with a tutorial video for Logic Pro X. I have been producing in Logic Pro X for probably around 4 to 5 years now. I do it mainly as a hobby and something to help manage my mental health. I really enjoy it. I actually just got a tip from a fellow producer in my hometown that has really helped me progress my synth sessions. So, up here on the screen, you can see I like to do like monthly synth sessions where I'm creating different MIDI sounds, and I'll usually find like 3 or 4 out of the month that I really enjoy and make a new preset for my sound library. I was running into some issues where the audio was becoming muffled and static, and I would get an alert called the system overload. And if you have been producing in Logic Pro X, I'm sure you've encountered some system overloads, especially if you're running an older rig. My current computer is nearing a decade, um, you know, in software being outdated. It currently has a 2.5 gigahertz dual core Intel i5 and only 16 gigabytes of RAM. I believe it's DDR3, so we're a couple generations behind. But in the current financial climate, I don't foresee an upgrade coming in my near future. So we have to manage with what we have. I am going to show you a really simple trick that has helped me in these synth sessions with this older rig. I'm running an older version of Logic as well. I believe it's like 10.4.3. So we're pretty outdated here, but I wanted to show you how to bounce in place. So essentially what bouncing in place does is it turns this MIDI audio file right here to an MP3 or a WAV file, whichever one you want to decide. And this, in turn, takes a lot more pressure off of your CPU. It's using less of your CPU. And this has really been a helpful trick for me. It's super simple. So I'm just going to show you guys down here on the Tune Brush MIDI file that I have down here. I have a couple of chords that I've recorded. I'm going to click on the MIDI file, right click, and right there at the top you should see bounce in place. Now I'm not going to go through all of the details right here necessarily. It'll change for different projects that you do, but the defaults work for the most part, most times in most projects that I'm working on. So we'll click OK. It'll bounce that region, and now you'll see it creates another project line right here, but we can go in here and play, and there we go. Now we have a MIDI file that's been bounced in place. This has been an incredible help when doing projects, because it was getting to a point where if I was exceeding 4 to 5 instruments that I was using or MIDI recordings, I was getting system overloads. It makes sessions so much more frustrating. It interrupts your flow. So this has helped me a lot, and hopefully you guys can utilize this if you're having some issues or running on an older rig. Thanks. Have a great day.